What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. The weekend is finally coming. It's finally getting here. I cannot wait for this weekend to come. I'm going to tell y'all because work has been a pain in my ass this week. Like, when you work in an apartment building, you would think that it would be quiet. But some of them people up in there are just a pain in the ass. It's like dealing with children. You know what I'm saying? Like, want to tell you how to do your job. I'm like, if you knew how to do my job better than I did, then you would be doing this job instead of me, correct? I'm the one who's licensed, state licensed, not you, and that's a reason. There's a reason for that, because I know what the hell I'm doing. Like, people just be working your nerve up in that building. Like, oh my god, like, y'all don't know how long I've been waiting for this weekend to come. I just felt like this week has been going by relatively a little slow, and I'm like, I needed the weekend to get here ASAP, because I'm like, listen, before I bust somebody head to the white meat, let's get to Saturday. I'm just saying, like, y'all know how work can be. Um, so anyway, getting into this episode of GH, listen, I'm gonna get into Nicholas in a minute because I got a few choice words for his punk ass. But I'm just saying, Nicholas be working my damn nerve. Like, he just been grating on my nerves. Like, he just been tap dancing on my nerve. Um, I'm glad Elizabeth told Finn everything. Like, thank God it's finally all out there. He's caught up on everything. She told him everything. Um, and he asked her. He was like, "What you gonna do?" Because he wanted to tell her. He told her. He was like, "Listen, don't sit here and make excuses for Nicholas, and don't let Nicholas off the hook." And she was like, "Hell no, I'm not." But I like that she's owning up to her part in all of this, as she should, because she's a grown woman. It's not like he held her at gunpoint and made her go along with this mess. She chose to do that. So I commend her for owning up her part. But what annoyed me was she was talking about turning herself in. I said, pump your brakes. Before you turn yourself in, madam, make sure you get on that phone. You call Scott. Tell Scott to bring his ass over to your house. You tell him every nook and cranny of this thing. Everything that she told Finn, she needs to tell Scott. Of course, under attorney-client privilege. And he needs to figure out how to get her the fuck up out of this. Like, I would not go to the PCPD and just straight up sit in an interrogation room and tell Jordan and all them everything without some type of legal protection. There's no way in hell. Absolutely not. Liz got to protect herself. Like I said, I respect that she want to own up to this, and she should. She should own up to her part. But if it was me up in that interrogation room, oh, best believe I'ma own up to my shit. But Nicholas's name will be heavenly mentioned. Because if I'm going down, bitch, he going down too. Because he gonna go down harder than me. I'll tell the cops. I'll be up in there telling everything. I'm like, listen, this was all his dumb ass idea. I would be throwing his ass under the bus. I wouldn't be sitting up in nobody's prison cell, having to clip somebody's toenails and iron their drawers and wash their drawers with fabric softener. It wouldn't be me. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what they do to people up in prison? Them big, them big bitches will get a hold of you up in there. Listen, could you imagine Liz going to Pentonville? She wouldn't last 2 seconds up in there. She would, no, them big bitches would get a hold of her up in there. No. You know what they would do to her? Liz wouldn't last 10 seconds up in no Pentonville. Hell no. She better be singing. I'm telling you, when she go up in that interrogation room, she better sing like Luther Vandross. I'm just saying. She better sing like Teddy P. Because I'll be telling every damn thing. Listen, I would cut a deal with the DA's office in a millisecond. Ain't no way in the world. Pentonville prison in general just ain't no joke. Like, hell no. They will try you in there. No. They will take your food. They'll try to beat you down. They'll try to shank you. They'll try to get a little loving. No. Nope. Prison ain't for me. Absolutely not. Return to sender. And that's what I think she should do. She should just make sure she's legally protected at this point. Because ain't no way. Absolutely not. Liz got to protect herself. Ain't no way she should go down for Nicholas's foolishness. And I'm glad she's starting to see that Nicholas is not the friend that she used to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just not it. Don't get me wrong. Back in the day, Nicholas wasn't perfect either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he cheated. He slept with Liz while she was with Lucky and stuff. He was, he had his issues, but it was never to this extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was never as dark as he is right now. Like, putting his hands on her, grabbing her the way he does, the way he did. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Something ain't right. So anyway, moving on from that. That whole scene in the chapel between Laura, Nicholas, and Spencer, that whole scene was intense as hell. You know, Spencer informed them that he was going for custody of his sibling. And that's when Nicholas realized that he planned this. When he mentioned that, oh, I already talked to Diane about it. And that's when Nicholas was like, so you've been planning this then? Because he thought this was just, you know, him genuinely wanting the child to be safe, or was it revenge? Until he realized, oh, so you've been had this in the works for some time then. So, you know, Laura trying to be the peacekeeper, trying to, you know, get them to cool off and stuff like that, and tell Spencer, like, you're not ready to raise a child. Spencer wasn't trying to hear none of that. So Nicholas pretty much let him know, like, listen, if you do this, he was like, you're going to force me to use every weapon at my disposal to stop you. Basically, you're creating a war between father and son is what you're doing. Spencer didn't give a damn. Spencer didn't care. He was like, listen, I'm not going to let you wreck this child life like you wrecked mine. He was like, it's not going down like that. And that's when, you know, Spencer started quoting stuff from the confession video that Nicholas made. He started quoting things from it. And that's when Nicholas realized, oh, so you and Ava are in this together. So y'all both coming after me then. Y'all both teaming up on me. Because Laura was confused as hell the whole time about this confession video. She didn't know what the hell they were talking about. She was just dumbfounded. Like, what the hell are y'all talking about? Because Spencer told him, he was like, I could have easily turned your ass into Jordan. He said, but I'm not going to do that. He said, because you're going to hand this child over to me. Nicholas said, bitch, I ain't handing nothing over to you. And that's when Spencer started quoting it and stuff like that. And that's when Nicholas realized it. You know, and Nicholas pretty much told Spencer, he said, for all your, you know, talk about not wanting to be a cast iron man, he said, you got all the character traits of it. He said, look what you're doing to me right now. Because Laura was trying to stop them because she said, listen, y'all gonna do and say some stuff that you can't come back from. And Nicholas was like, I'm at a point where it's too late for that. He said he can't come back from this. He said, this is not my son. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a hot ass mess up in that chapel. Like, the look on Nicholas's face, I think if they weren't in the chapel and Laura wasn't standing there, he might have struck that boy down. The way Nicholas was looking, he looked like he would have popped Spencer in his mouth if they weren't in that chapel and Laura wasn't standing there. So, you know, he stormed out and Laura chased after him and stuff like that, telling him, listen, you're the adult. Be the adult. Make things right with your son. Try to fix this. And, you know, here go Nicholas. See, this is the problem with Nicholas. He takes no accountability for nothing. He doesn't own up to a damn thing. And here he goes, oh, it's bad enough Ava took my home, now she took my son. Sir, she didn't take shit from you. You took all of this from you. Your actions is the reason why she got the house in the divorce. Your actions is the reason your son wants nothing to do with you and going, you know, for custody. It was his actions. It was all him, but he doesn't want to own that. And until he does, he's just going to keep going from one disaster to the next. So he hugged Laura and he was like, you're the best mother I could ask for, the best mother in the world or whatever. He said, I'll always love you. The way he was talking to her and what he was saying to her, it struck me because I will always love you. That sounded like he ain't long for this world the way he stated that. It just sounded like he's about to go off the deep end. He might do something rash. That's what I took from that. And after he took off, Spencer walked up, you know, and Laura gonna ask him, what have you done? Y'all know I love me some Laura, and I understand that she want to be the peacekeeper and she want to bring her family back together. But ma'am, don't do that. Don't sit here and ask Spencer what has he done. No, ma'am. What has your son done? That's what you need to be asking. It's not on Spencer. It's on your dumbass son. You should have took him to the woodshed a long time ago and, you know, spared the rod, spoiled the child. You should have been whooping his ass. Like, I don't care if he didn't come back into your life until he was damn near grown. You should be whooping that ass. You ain't never too old for an ass whooping. I'm just saying. She should have took a skillet upside his damn head a long time ago. That boy need discipline. That man 40-something years old and still acting like a petulant child. You need to whoop that ass, Laura. You need to get you an extension cord and wear his ass out from here to Kingdom Come. That's what she need to do. You need to whoop his ass every day and twice on Sundays. I'm just saying. I'm saying, like, he need a trip to the woodshed. Like, fuck all this talking. Damn the talking, get the hitting. Because that man done lost his ever-loving mind. And he still ain't learned his lesson. All of this is going on. Liz is about to drop dime on him. He about to be facing charges for that. Ava done took you home. Your son is declaring war on your ass. And, you know, Victor's blackmailing you. All of this is going on. Esme's pregnant. Her mama and daddy both are a bunch of damn wackadoos. You got all of this shit against you at this point. All of this shit going on. And he still don't take accountability for nothing. He still think the whole world is out to get him. He ain't did nothing wrong to these people. He didn't wrong nobody in no way, shape, or form. That's the problem. That's the problem. And then got the nerve to show up at Windermere fuming. Like, the look on his face when he popped up at Windermere after Ava got home. I said, Ava, you better get your gun. I'm just saying. The look on his face, I said, Ava, get your purse. Grab your purse and get your gun up out of there. I'm just saying, you might need it. Keep that hand on that gun. Because the way that man looking right now, the way he acting, the way he manhandled Elizabeth, you might need to fuck his shit up. I'm just saying, you might have to light his ass up. You just might. Because, no, you gonna have to beat that ass. So, anyway, moving on from that. Jocelyn and Dex. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't care not one iota for their scenes. It was a short scene to me. I ain't really give a damn. They just pretty much talking about catching him up on Willow, the baby, and she sitting there talking about her little life or whatever. Oh, I feel bad about what happened to Ken. Basically, she keeps saying how she felt bad, but she don't regret it. You know what I'm saying? And Dex trying to sit there, oh, I messed up your life. I am glad Jocelyn took accountability, though. And let him know, like, no, you didn't mess up my life. I did this. I made these choices. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? Take ownership of your shit. Yeah, you did this. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't on him. It was on you. You know? You knew that you was in a relationship and stuff. You chose to be a hoe with a heart, so that's on you. So, of course, they want to be together or whatever. I'm like, yeah, knock yourself out. Go be together. I don't give a damn. I just didn't care for their scenes at all today. Like, not at all. So anyway, moving on from that, I love the scenes between Ava and Austin. I love Maura West and Roger Howarth. Like, they never miss with their scenes. The chemistry is always on point between them. And it was nice of Ava to buy him dinner, you know, for helping Willow and stuff like that. For helping to save her life and whatnot. You know, and he apologized to her about her failing marriage. And, you know, she was like, shit, it was for the best, basically. You know, because she's used to, you know, she told him about her divorce settlement and stuff like that. And how she's used to taking care of herself. She's independent. So as she was leaving, here go fucking Mason. He gonna watch her leave, then get on the phone to his boss, talking about, oh, he keeping eyes on the Jerome woman. Listen, you better leave Ava the hell alone. You and that little raggedy ass bald-headed boss of yours, whoever she may be, y'all need to leave Ava alone for y'all get fucked up. I'm just saying. Leave her alone. Because y'all keep underestimating Ava, she gonna light your ass up. Leave her alone now. She ain't got nothing to do with whatever going on between you and Austin. And as soon as he hung up that phone and turned around, Austin was standing right there at that window looking at him. I'm like, Austin need to get control of this shit. He need to find a way out. And I think the only way for him to get out of this, Mason and that boss gotta die. That might be the only way he can get out from under this. Unless he got some type of evidence that'll help the feds against him or something and turn that shit over. Your options are limited here on how to get rid of them. Because I feel like if they not dead, he might not never be fully out from under them. So he might have to plot their deaths at this point. I'm just saying. That's the only way. It's the only way he might get out of this mess. So anyway, moving on from that. Chase and Blaze hit the stage, you know, at the Savoy. They was a hit. Chase at this point, he's ready to get out this pop star shit, get back to the, you know, being a cop, because that's what he loved to do. And the review board is meeting up soon. And he was like, you know, he wants to take Link down before that, because he said once the review board come back and they decide to give him his job back, he can't help BLQ no more. You know, BLQ is still holding on to hope that he'll forgive her and they'll get back together or whatever. Because she feels like she, you know, this whole music thing and taking down Link is the only thing that's keeping them around each other at this point. I think eventually he might forgive her. I think he might. Eventually he may. That's if him and Sasha don't keep growing close. Because remember, he be around Sasha on the regular, so ain't no telling what's gonna happen with that. But I feel like he might give back into BLQ, but she gonna have to change some shit up though. She gonna have to stop all that selfishness all the time. Like everything can't be just about you. So I think this relationship might be a lesson learned for her. Like everything is, the world doesn't revolve around BLQ. She needs to realize that Chase has his own dreams and wants and stuff. So him and Blaze was sitting there having a beer and whatnot, and he was pretty much telling Blaze about how he was trying to work his way out of the music business. Blaze was like, hell no. Blaze was like so scared about that because she was like, this is the first time she's actually been happy in the music business working with him, because she feels good about it, because working with him makes her remember why she got in that business in the first place, because she enjoys working with him, and he's talented. But being a cop is his love, you know what I mean? But I think for her, she feels more safe around Chase. When he's around, she feels safe from Link, because Link is just disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Like Link is just a disgusting pervert. So BLQ was sitting there, and Link come walking up and stuff, and he had a documentation drawn up from his attorneys. Basically, all she got to do is sign that, and she can get her songs back. I wouldn't trust that document, because the last time he had her sign something, look at the mess she got into, and Blaze is in the same mess, because even she says she can't get away from Link because the way her contract is set up, she's screwed. She's trapped in a contract she can't get out of. So this creep Link was sitting there rubbing BLQ leg and all that stuff all underneath the table. I say he is such a weirdo. He's a little perv. And Chase and Blaze was sitting there watching the whole thing. They saw BLQ squirming and stuff like that. I'm like, somebody need to whoop his ass. Somebody need to take Link out. Like, it's just too many people on this show that need a good old fashioned Joe Jackson ass whooping at this point. Like, they need some Ike Turner shit. Like, you need to be slapped up, because I ain't like the way he was touching on her. I'm like, he need to get his little filthy mitts off of her. Where's Ned at? Ned need to come handle him. He need to come handle him Quartermain style. You beat him down. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. See you all Monday. Peace.